Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the next game of the Collegiate Starleague Playoff Series between Northern Arizona University and Poly Pomona. I'm OrD, that's OrD. Let's hop into the game. And introduce in the upper right-hand corner of our screen, it is the Green Zerg, Spydo, hailing from Poly Pomona. And across the map in the lower, or the 9 o'clock position, it is out of Northern Arizona University's Lumberjacks, abSx Legend. Right now, our score is actually the reverse of what you see right there and a little different completely, so we're going to fix that, and then we're going to let you know that this could potentially be the last game of the season for Poly Pomona. They could get eliminated right here, and Northern Arizona University could advance. We don't know. We can't be sure. But we do know the Legend is a pretty good Terran player. We do know that Spydo is a Masters level Zerg player, and he's going to go hatch first. So, no, he's, what is he? What? Nani Oshimatuka? That was the extent of the yeah, that was the Spanish that I remember from school, guys. Oh, Japanese, Nihongo desu. Oh, I know a little bit. Nanji desu ka? What time is it? I know you're interested. I know you are. Right now, there's not too much to talk about besides the fact that Northern Arizona University's Lumberjacks are up 3-1 game, and that actually is a moral victory in and of itself. Cold Flame reminds me because last week I only continued to stream for a couple minutes, and the very end of the game it didn't get caught. But that was the very first game that I have seen Northern Arizona University lose in the playoffs. They've been an extremely solid team, being led right now by Cold Flame. He stepped up in the absence of someone else. I'm not familiar with all the drama or whatever that happened. I don't even know if there was any. But actually, I just had a terrible thought. No, okay, I'm not muted. Whew. I get that terrible thought at least once a game. Because I've done it before. I've casted a full 50-minute length game with nothing, just silence. The SCV-4 Legend does get into the main of Spydo, sees that the extractor is down, clicks on it, and double checks how much has been mined, sees the spawning pool is down as well. He's gonna get out. He's gonna head on home. He knows what he needs to. Not head on home, actually. He's gonna check the third base, which is a great decision, and what I should have said. And actually, he's going to hide the SCV for future scouting like that out of Legend, as well as he lays down his bunker. Kind of sometimes a bit of an awkward map to defend. Any map with the destructible rocks like this as part of the choke point. Dustin Browder, thank you, sir, for those. Oh, and now we have some Marines that are actually going to push forward on the map, perhaps control a Zelnog. They're going to probably be, in essence, Overlord hunting. The SCV is found out by Spydo, who apparently has had this happen before and refuses to allow it to happen. So this is actually why the Marines are moving forward. Are they going to save the SCV? They save it! And actually take only 5 damage in the meantime. SCV making that. I could have taken 2 more hits. He was just fine. So the Marines are going to take a position to the north, and they're hoping perhaps to force some Zergling production out of Spydo. Nah, I don't need none of that. I got, I'm just going to make some drones, and this is going to be really bad for Legend if it continues, and I think he knows that as well. He's got the Hellions on the way. The Lair is also coming off 2 base, though. So I feel like, as the gases go down, all the Marines come forward, and with a little bit of good micro here, this Queen is going to die, but the drones get pulled forward with just enough time, and actually, no drones die, Queen doesn't die, 2 Marines die. Well done out of Spydo. Legend, it's looking rough for him right now. He's won a couple of the local area network events. That's right, the LAN events, AZ LAN, if you will. I like this out of Spydo, to be honest, with his Overlord spread. He's not being aggressive with the vision on these guys, but he is double-checking whether or not the dropship. What? Actually, never seen that on this map. That is interesting. But he's got his Overlord, and this one's in a bit of a weird location, just in case perhaps dropship takes the most circuitous route known to man. But he doesn't control the Xel'Nagas with some Zerglings, which I would love to see, because then he would know that Hellions are about to meet his face. And the third base does go down at the same time. Some Zerglings are coming out. Oh, the Hellions are going to get themselves into a rough position right here. Don't go to the wall. Oh, God. They could get a lot of kills here, or they could get two. We'll see. Ah, there they go. Finally finishing stuff off. Ooh, so close to losing that second Hellion, but in the end, turned out pretty well for Legend, because this is going to force Spydo into a few more Zergling productions. A few more cycles of Zergling production. He does have 20 on the way. Meanwhile, that Infernal Pre-Igniter is coming. Oh, Spydo with the control of the Xel'Nagas, and Legend not checking on his way back home. A bit lazy, a touch lazy. So now this Hellion push is going to be seen as we have the triple Hellion production going on. Double out of the reactor. One out of the tech lab. We also have some Viking production going on. They're going to be hunting some Overlords, but this is a huge map. It's not so easy of a task as you may think. Legend, though, at 79 supply to the 80 supply right now. Going back into that units tab, we see 19 Zerglings against 12 Hellions. So even though Spydo knows this is coming, and he's actually completely out of position for it, this is still bad for him. He laid down some Evo chambers, the desperate hope that that was going to prevent the Hellions from coming in, but that blue flame makes short work, and it's roasting time. Oh yeah, Zerg drones dying. Drones are dying. Meanwhile, though, the Mutalists from Spydo have made it across the map, and they're into the main. There are a few Vikings, but there's just not enough. There's no SCVs to repair either. Oh, no, the SCVs have to run away. So it's going to be a lot of workers dead on both sides right now is what we're looking at. There are some Marines, but they're not being pulled to deal with this at all. The Vikings, I don't know where they've gone. Just so much death and carnage on both sides right here. And actually, the Hellions never made it up into the main. And that makes Spydo's attack more effective as he's still there. The Mutalists are still killing stuff, still picking off SCVs left and right. Gonna open up that workers killed. Oh, okay. Spydo has killed 27 to the only 13. Wow, Legend only got 13 with those Hellions, and now finally, with more back into the main, he's gonna get more drones. There they go. Lots more melting away, but this is basically a reset right now. Oh, none of the SCVs are mining for Legend. This is terrible right now. He's getting some Marines picked off piecemeal, has a few more joining in, but still, now there's nothing in the bunker at all. He's got no anti-air. He didn't have anything being mined, so he just doesn't have a lot of... Finally, a Thor. Oh, the Thor to save the day, indeed. And the SCV's coming to repair him. No magic box. This is going to be possible. Actually, this is going to be way closer than it needs to be. Come on, Thor! What are you doing? Wow! That was not an effective Thor, and now Viking pops out at the most inopportune time as Mutalists arrive, and there are Hellions up in the third base right now, but there are Mutalists cleaning this up. Mutalists versus Hellion. Mutalists win, and there's 14 supply right now. One Marine. Missile turret can't even be made. Legend's got to be furious right now. This is a great response, though, out of Spydo. And yeah, there's a Thor under production. The bunker's dead. There's two Vikings. And yeah, there's the GG. Alright, ladies and gents. That's 2 games now. Poly Pomona pulling it back. It's still 3-2 though. So they have to win. Poly has to win the next 2 games in a row in order to win, whereas Northern Arizona University only has to win